Hello there, this is Tom. This is a colouring tutorial for Veggie Pirates. This is what the frame will look like, freshly scanned, unaltered, when you open it up in Photoshop. And here we have colour palette, which you can't just put together, and there's all the characters in there. And it'll look a bit like that. You can open it up and zoom in, have it at the side here. Basically, it should be fairly straightforward. I've got a number of actions I've created here that will hopefully help significantly in the cleanup process. What you want to do is, first thing you do, is get that out of the way. No, the first thing you do is select Setup, and you press play, and it will filter through all this nonsense and do this, so that you've got these nice dark outlines and gets rid of the tape and all this, and it will open up these. I'll put in all these extra layers and stuff for you here. And this one is what you want, line fix. With your pencil all in black, and the next thing you're going to do is to make up for my mistakes. So basically, because I'm rubbish at animation, I've left in all these gaps as a test. You want to go in with a pencil on this line fix layer and fill them up, and this will help us once we get to the actual colouring. There's these gaps here, kind of can't use them, so I'm just going to do that. Okay, I think that's all the lines filled in. I may eat those words in a minute, but for now let's assume it's fine. So the next thing you want to do is you want to select your colour layer, and using the fill tool, just select the colours from the colour palette and fill in the gaps. And oh, very important, this box here, all layers, make sure it is selected. I can't stress that enough. If you're having a problem, it's probably because this box has not been selected. So yes, bear that in mind. Okay, and I'm just going to go in and fill in all the colours. Don't worry about it not meeting the edges. We're going to sort that in a second. Well, hopefully we'll just about get to the edges. Just quickly there, while I was colouring, I found I'd missed a gap here, and I filled it back in. To do that, remember you have to reselect the line fix layer when you're drawing the lines in, so we can get rid of them at the end. Don't draw lines in the colour layer, and don't colour in the line fix layer, although I can almost guarantee that you will do at least one of those things. Okay, once you have all your colours, it should look something like this. And as you can see, it's not perfect. There are bits of white showing through, but hopefully this next action, colour fix, will fix all that. That's why it's called colour fix. We're going to cut that line out. So yes, just select it, press play, and that will settled out some stuff, and as if by magic, the majority of those lines or those gaps, will disappear. And then what I want you to do after that is select the brush tool and go in and fix the ones that it missed. Something like that. And there will also be bits where the colours have overlapped a little, like here just the colours in the wrong places. That's easily fixed. And you do all this in the colour layer. Okay. So once that's done, once you've fixed the computer's mistakes, you can then go about colouring the line. And to do that, what you need to do is you need to go into the line layer here, which is in two parts because it's a mask layer, and you want to select this left hand side bit here. Not do that, just select it. Get your brush, probably quite a small brush, and just go in and colour. And the mask should ensure that it only colours the lines. Or you can get rid of your line fix layer now. Well, just hide it. You can see what we're doing. Now what we've done here is we're colouring the lines, the outlines the same colour as the fill, to give it a sort of paper cut out look to it. However, that said, obviously with things like the face, you need inlines as well. So I'll label all this a bit more coherently than it currently looks, but brown for the face lines, apart from the eyes, black around the eyes, so they stand out a bit more. What I'll try to do is include an example for each scene. We'll colour at least one frame for reference, so you can see which lines need to be which colour. But general rule of thumb: think of it in terms of what's on top of what. So, for example, his hat goes on top of his head, so the outline between them will be the colour of the hat. His eyebrows are on top of his face, so the line in between will be the same colour as his eyebrows. Just one thing here, there's inlines not on the face, and things where you sort of have to use your judgment, and you kind of go, okay, well, you just kind of taper it off. With the hand, what I've been doing is the underside, give it a darker outline, give it the brown on the face, and where there's overlap, give it brown, but on the back stands and all that other, just use your judgment. I trust you guys. You know what you're doing. Stylized thing. Okay, so once you've finished colouring your lines, which should be the most time consuming part of the whole colouring process, I'm afraid, it will look something like this. And there's still little bits of dust and grime and general scanner slavers all over it. So the next step is the cleanup action. Press play and it will do a load of digital mumbo jumbo and eliminate dust and grime. Comme ça. And then all you have to do is click the last action, finish up. And you should have something like this. At which point you just file, save as, and save it as a PNG, maybe in its own folder or something. And that's about it. Simple part.